Let me know when you're ready to count in. When you're ready to tap in.
3, 2, 1, go.
Let me know when you're ready to tap in. Well, I mean, I really understand.
But I'm just trying to got glue on my hands. I got records on my fingers. Records on my fingers.
Oh, somebody wants me to be my manager. I don't want a manager ever. If I ever act like I want a manager, hit me.
You say that now.
No.
Alright.
I'm not judging anyone who has a manager, but for me personally, it's just somebody who's constantly making money off of you to just answer your emails. But like, I think if you're somebody who's taking a lot of brand deals, which again, no judgment, like it's your choice if you want to do a lot of brand deals. I chose to go more on the business side of making my own business, but like, I just don't like the idea of having a manager because like, then you have to worry about contracts and you have to worry about them taking a percentage and like,
They also have access to your finances.
yeah, and I don't like that.
You know how many celebrities have been fucked over by managers or
Yeah.
accountants because they just let them steal all their money?
Yeah, or like they're not transparent about their brand deals. I don't understand why it's taken this long. I know that sounds weird, but like I literally will go to somebody's profile with like 200K and they already have a manager's email in their bio line, and I'm like, was I just unwanted by the whole
Those
industry?
people are probably industry plants.
I don't know, but I always thought that was wild.
Hi.
Hey.
Welcome back to
Sorry,
the
I started that
podcast.
and then immediately got an email and I was just like, it said,
Triggered.
hi, I'm so-and-so from this talent company, and I'm like, no.
Ew, why are we still calling it talent?
I know. Hi, I'm the talent.
Fuck out of here.
For my talent portion, I will now be singing. Just kidding. I will be singing, what's the Boot Scoot and Boogie, because it's Julie, my rendition is Julie's favorite.
What's the best date? I would say.
What's the best date? I would say April 23rd, because it's not too hot,
And
but it's not too cold. Just enough for a light jacket.
That movie really did make beauty queens look fucking stupid.
Yeah, but it's one of my favorite. I love Sandra
Caleb
Bullock.
loves Miss Congeniality.
I love Sandra Bullock.
I was watching Practical Magic and he came in and he's like, is this Miss Congeniality? And I'm like,
The sad
no.
thing is, me and your husband have a few movies in common that are in our top fives.
The Lizzie McGuire movie is one of his favorite movies. Cadet Kelly, really, it's up there too.
Doesn't he also love Princess Diaries?
Yep.
Yep.
Get off the lawn! He says that all the time.
Sometimes I really think me and your
Shut
husband
up.
are a lot more alike than we know.
Probably. He takes fat shitties. Do you take fat shitties?
I don't take fat shitties.
He do be pooping.
You both be pooping.
Yeah, we do.
R.I.P. your plumbing.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. Surprised we haven't got a call from the city like,
We have to charge you extra
we
because
charge you extra for those giant turds you're
at
flushing.
blah 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 your road name, y'all do be pooping.
Y'all use like 700 extra gallons of water a month to flush. What
Yeah.
is that about?
Well, I have IBS and my husband is 6'4".
I didn't show him that TikTok that I posted about. I posted a TikTok and it was like all the water I had filled up because we had an ice storm
Yes.
and I was
okay.
worried that the electric was gonna go out
Mhm.
and I had heat covered. Like if the electric went out, I had heat.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my god, what if we have to shit? Because like
Only somebody with IBS, that'd be the first scare.
Right.
Because she told me, I literally I got to her house on Saturday after the storm had like calmed down, and she's like, oh, I gotta get rid of all my poop water. And I immediately panicked, because I thought she meant like legit, she did shit in a bucket. She was shit in a bucket.
no, I filled up a bunch of like different containers around my house with like water because you know you only get like a couple good flushes after the power goes out before you're fucked.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm
You were
gonna
gonna have to force
water.
flush.
Yeah, I was gonna have to force flush, and I was like, I gotta have water. So I was gonna fill up my whole bathtub, and then I was like, that might be a little much. So instead, I filled up the baby's bathtub.
Yeah.
I filled up a mop bucket, a 1 gallon pitcher,
Mm-hmm.
an old gallon water jug.
Mhm.
Mind you, I also already had 6 gallons of water, like that I bought from the store.
Yeah.
I had a jug, a 1 gallon jug,
Mm-hmm.
a stock pot full of water. Like I was ready. I was ready to not have power for 6 days, but still be able to shit. I haven't pooped today.
I'm scared then.
Dude.
You're gonna unleash in my bathroom.
It's
before you
2:30 and I have not taken a shat today.
That's insane. Even I've pooped today.
Yeah. But I posted a TikTok
Mhm.
and it was like, this is, most people worried about heat. I'm worried about pooping. And I was, in the TikTok, I was like, I have IBS. My husband's 6'4", 300 plus pounds. He has massive turds. And if he knew that I said that about him on the internet, he would crawl into a hole. He is not like, he doesn't get embarrassed easily, but stuff like that really do be fucking with him.
That's funny. I was gonna
And
say,
like,
yeah,
I just tell him all the time, like,
you talk about his penis all the time. He doesn't bat an eye.
Nope. But his bathroom? Don't talk about that.
He doesn't do.
There's only certain people that he's comfortable talking about certain things in front of, so then I have to play the game. Like, okay, can I bring this up in front? We were literally,
he rips ass in front of me, so I think we can talk about this
God.
shit.
Like, you finally must have hit a point, I don't know. I remember
He's now finally comfortable with me.
6 years later. I remember in high school, he would keep his condoms in his sock drawer.
Mm-hmm.
And every Friday night I would go to his house and they would have like family dinners. Like, we would do that at my house. Like,
yeah.
You ate dinner wherever you wanted to eat dinner. We were not eating as a family. We did not want to talk more than necessary.
Yeah.
So they would have family dinners at the dinner table, which was a wild thing for me because like, I didn't know people did that.
Yeah, we didn't do it very often either.
Like, we only did it when we had crab legs or Easter.
That's the only 2 times.
And that's just because you needed space.
we had to share that little knuckle cracker thingy.
But we would, every Friday night, we would have dinner there.
Mm-hmm.
And this one Friday night in particular, this was before, like, his brother had moved back in with his mom.
Mm-hmm.
His brother was there, and we were all sitting around the table fucking eating dinner.
Mm-hmm.
I am 17, and I am not the same person now that I was at 17.
No, you were very reserved and shy.
I was very reserved, very shy, very quiet, and I would definitely not fucking talk about the shit I talk about publicly on the internet now.
No. Me either, though. We both
right. Yeah. No, we both got fucking hurt, is what happened.
Trauma.
And I'm sitting there eating, right? This is to the point, I'm really weird about wearing shoes in houses. I never take my shoes off. I always have shoes on even in my house.
Yep, she does.
So like I would be back like laying on the couch or something at Caleb's house without my shoes on because I was trying to be respectful.
Yeah.
And then I'd have to put my shoes on before we go eat. And so they would all give me shit about it because, oh, Julie got to put her shoes on to go eat. I'm like, okay, fuck off. Anyway, so they make fun of me for that. I get to the table, I'm finally sitting down and eating. And I'm eating, and his brother, who's probably close to 10 years older than him, goes, so you fucking? And I'm like, oh my God. And Caleb's face immediately goes red, and I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm just like, eating my mac and cheese. Because Caleb is sitting here, his fucking mom is sitting here.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh dear God. I'm like, I'm gonna let him handle this one. Doesn't say anything. And his mom goes, yeah, he does. I put his condoms in a baggie because they were just spewed all over his sock drawer. She bagged up all the condoms she found in his sock drawer. Which, if your mama is still putting your laundry away, where the fuck you hiding stuff in your sock drawer?
Yeah.
You know she'd be nosing.
Yeah.
I'd be nosing.
Yeah.
She found all his condoms. She's like, they were a mess, so I just put them in a baggie for you. She organized them by color. Because that was, you're 17, you're getting your hands on whatever you don't have to go to the store to buy.
Yeah.
So they were like free condoms. And they were like multicolored. Oh my God. And I was like mortified. After dinner, I immediately left. I was like, I have to go. I have to leave.
I'm 25, gonna be 26, and if that conversation happened with a boyfriend of mine, I would still probably
God.
Like, that's insane.
No.
Yeah.
I was like...
Especially, like, because I don't know, like, I'm very close to my dad, so, like, I still want my dad to believe that, like, no man has ever touched me.
Listen, I am confident that my dad still believes that to this day.
That you
about my sister and I both.
Yeah. So, like, like, I'm sure my dad probably has that thought, but, like, I am very much a father's girl. I can't say daddy. It's been ruined by the social media.
I call my husband daddy.
Yeah, I know.
In front of Lacey and just to see what she does.
Yeah. But, like, so I just could not imagine having that conversation in front of him. I would just be like, I'm so sorry, Father. Because, like,
give me Father for
like, I know that, like, if I asked my dad, like, hey, can this guy spend the night? My dad would, because I'm 25. He'd let him sleep in my room with me if we were dating or something. Mm-hmm. But, like, I just don't, like, you don't need to actually, like, verbally say it,
Dad, I am fornicating.
I be fucking.
Dad, I be fucking. Dad, I gotta tell you something.
I be fucking.
I be getting mad pussy.
I be getting mad dick.
So, I just remember being so fucking mortified, and I went home early, and my mom's like, why are you home so early? I was like, oh, I be fucking. Because my mom didn't know.
Yeah.
Even if she did, we weren't talking about it.
No.
Which I'm very confident my mom did not know I was having sex.
No. Not as young as you were. Which you weren't young, but like.
I think I was like 16.
Yeah. So, it was just so
I'd
funny.
be fucking...
She'd be
Oh, I
fucking.
told you about it.
Yeah.
I told Lacey.
Listen, so Julie is the only reason that I had to download the dumb fucking app called Kik, because Julie's mom would check her messages. So I literally had like 3 numbers, well not 3 numbers, I had 2 numbers for Julie because she would use her texting app on her iPod Touch, because we both had iPod Touches because neither of us had a smartphone. So we could text through our normal phones, but nothing crazy.
Yeah.
So then if it was
No
anything,
cussing either.
yeah. So before Snapchat, if there was anything we needed to talk about that was like,
it had to be on the DL.
it had to be either through the texting app or Kik.
Yeah.
Only reason I had Kik. And so one time, so Julie told me as her best friend that she had finally had sex with Caleb.
No, you're getting it twisted. Okay, so when I officially lost my virginity, because there was the one time we tried. Remember we talked about that? It was one time we tried and it failed. It was a snow day. It was some kind of day. I don't know if it was senior skip day or what it was, but I was at home by myself.
Yeah.
And I didn't have a vehicle. My mom and dad were at work, whatever. Kelsey was in school, something. I don't know. I think it had to have been like senior skip day or something.
Yeah.
Because
I
I did not
you
go.
were a junior.
Huh?
I thought you were a junior when you lost your V.
Oh yeah. It was for some reason I was home by myself.
Yeah.
And I texted my mom, I was like, hey, is it cool if Caleb comes picks me up? We can go hang out. I was like, I'll meet him at the end of the driveway. Like, you don't have to worry about it. And she's like, yeah, that's fine. You don't have to meet him at the end of the driveway.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, cool. So then we fucked.
Because we were home alone.
Because we were home alone. And Lacey came over to spend the night not that long after, and I was telling her about it. She was like, oh my god, really? And I was like, yeah. And I was like, right here in this bed. And she hops off my bed, rolls onto the floor, like she's fucking on fire. I was like, ew!
Because at that age, like, I hadn't had sex yet, and I didn't know what happened, but apparently I thought that, like, a lot of things secreted.
Juices everywhere.
Yeah.
But, we could not talk about things that we did not have. My mom, I love my mom. She just assumed that I was up to shit. I think it's because I was the oldest. She just assumed, like, I gotta be hyper-vigilant.
Julie was a really good kid.
Yeah, I really fucking was. Because I couldn't get away with shit because my mom's a teacher.
We both were super, like,
she did not have to worry about me doing anything.
No, because, like, the worst thing I did to make her mad was when I pulled out in front of you guys that one time to beat you to school.
Oh my gosh.
And she was so mad.
That's part of the reason she wouldn't let me ride with people. My mom did not let me ride with anybody.
No. And then once she let her ride with me, I did that stupid shit, but luckily she didn't stay mad too long.
Oh my god.
Because I got my license, like, 2 months before Julie.
Right, and then the people that she would let me ride with, I'm like, you realize these people drive worse than the people I want to ride with, right?
Yeah.
Like, but I'm gonna die.
We really weren't bad kids, neither one of us.
Weren't.
I didn't drink until I was out of high school, but my parents let me.
Yeah.
Literally, my parents were the ones who were like, if you drink at the house, you can drink. That's fine.
Yeah.
And that was it. Like, the only places I ever drank was either at my own house, my one friend's house that my parents knew about, which wasn't Julie's, or my cousin's house. Those were the only places. Like, I didn't go to parties. I didn't try to get into bars or anything. There was no fake ID for me.
We
But we
don't
lived in
have,
the middle of nowhere, though.
we weren't having, like, crazy high school parties or anything.
No, like a
And
rager.
it's not just because we weren't invited. Like, they weren't happening.
No. And, like, ragers around here
Yeah.
were, like, 12 people max in somebody's
We stuck 12 square rails around a fire.
Yeah.
And we had some bush light.
We either had bonfires,
Yeah.
or it was like somebody's parents were out of town, so somebody had like 15 people over, and one person was able to get one joint from their fucking older cousin.
Yeah.
And then everybody else brought whatever alcohol they found.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't crazy.
No.
I mean, I also didn't get invited to any of those.
Which pulls me into the next thing I would like to talk about.
Let's go.
High school.
Mhm.
Okay?
Bullies!
So,
Y'all are high school bullies! I'm sorry, I had
I've
to.
recently discovered this show
Okay.
on HBO Max. Not a lot of people talk about it, so I'm kind of shocked that I found
And then
it.
you want me to drop it again? Liquid IV, I'm drinking your shit.
So,
Another
not,
podcast episode of trying to get Liquid IV and sponsor us.
not for real.
Lemon lime, we love it.
No, nobody talks about the show. I'm really fucking shocked because it's like a really good fucking show. But I just happened to find it. It's called Euphoria.
You're so fucking stupid. I still haven't watched it.
I hadn't watched it either. I was like, I'm not an annoying person that's like, I'm not gonna watch it because you're hyping it up. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to watch it because you're hyping it up.
Yeah.
Like when the whole world's hyping it up, I'm like, is it that good?
Yeah.
It is. It's good. A lot of dicks though, but it's fine.
Yeah.
It's got
The hot guy.
Jacob Elordi.
Yep.
plays a real piece of shit in the show though.
That's
Real piece of shit. Like he's really, really not nice.
That's not good.
He's not nice.
Don't they dress like insane?
Oh my god, that's what I want to talk about. Like the parties. Oh my god. Oh my
Dude,
god.
I always saw those and I'm like, I had FOMO for things that I don't even know how I would have missed out on it because it wasn't happening.
They weren't
here.
happening.
Like,
It wasn't a thing.
no.
It wasn't a thing. I think it's because we grew up with shows like The Real World
Yeah.
and Jersey Shore, so we just
Yeah.
thought that parties were like, wow,
My sound
nice.
Hold on, I gotta go mute that or it's gonna tell me after 2 minutes. Listen,
Nice.
It's literally probably my mother or father. How much do you want to bet on it? No one texts me. Keep the people entertained.
Scuba to bot to eat doop.
Oh, not any.
Scuba
It's
to
a
bot
random
to beat
thing.
boop. Scuba to bot to beat boop. Scuba doo 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 doo. Scuba to bot to beat boop.
And that was just Julie if she had a podcast. Hope you enjoy.
Eventually, I'm gonna start my branch off fucking true crime podcast. Scuba to bot to beat the boop. That'll be my intro.
I scat on the side. Is this called scatting? Because that's also shitting.
I don't know. Anyway, Euphoria.
Let's take it.
They be doing such fucking hard drugs. Like, so the premise of the show, and this is not spoiling anything, like, because if you're on TikTok or just the internet in general, you pretty much get the storyline.
Yeah, like
It's a lot
I
of
see-
drugs and sex.
Yeah, sex, drugs, rock and roll.
Yeah, honestly. Zendaya plays the main character, Rue, and
Yeah.
she's a really bad drug addict. Like, really, really bad drug addict.
Okay.
And some of the shit she knew, I'm like, in high school, I didn't even know those shits existed.
Nope.
I did not know heroin was a thing in high school. I really didn't.
I definitely didn't think it. Do you think anybody in our high school did heroin while they were in high school?
For sure. For sure. For sure. You did like 4 people.
Name them. No, I'm just kidding.
And I will. But no, there's a whole section of our school district that's in a not nice place.
I mean, I know that, but like, I didn't think they were doing heroin that young.
Come on.
I'm
Come on. Anyway, show on. Anyway, Euphoria. Just fucking wild. Like
Yeah.
the shit that goes on. And I'm like, this is not feasible at all. Like it's very much different. Like, cause you know, you have like your kissing booth. You know, it's very much atypical high school romance.
Yeah.
Like, boy meets girl, they fall in love,
Yeah.
yada
It's a
yada
little bit
yada.
more realistic.
To all the boys I love, same thing. It's very much like high school love. They have hardships, you know, they go to
Yeah.
different colleges, shit like that. Euphoria, not fucking like that at all. It's like, oh my god, I love this bitch, but like she on fucking dope, and I don't know if I can do that, man. And I'm like, I love this shit. I'm living for this shit. This is what reality TV is, but this is actually like not reality TV.
Yeah.
Wild. I think you would like it. Don't watch it around your mom though.
Okay.
There's too many penises for her.
Got it.
I've seen so many cocks. So many cocks. There's more cocks in that show than there is in any barnyard I've ever been to in my life. But I did learn, oh my god, I learned that they use fake penises. Jacob Elordi like told people because like
You see?
they be packing some nice weapons. Oh, you see everything. Dude. I've seen assholes. Yeah.
I don't know if I'm ready to
I've
see
seen
assholes.
taints. You know what kind of camera work you gotta do to get a taint? Imagine.
How much is that gonna
Imagine. And not enough.
No.
Imagine. I mean, it's Jacob Elordi's taint that I saw, so maybe I could do that. But, and you see everything. Everything.
Uh-huh.
And they use fake penises. They use prosthetics.
So they put the fake penis on top of their real penis?
Mm-hmm.
Would you still consider that cheating?
That's not even what I'm talking about.
No, but like, I'm
It's
just
not even
curious.
that. It's just the point that you're putting a fake penis over your real penis. So what's the point? You might as well just have your you're already naked.
Yeah.
Ooh, you see my dick.
Yeah.
I think it's because they unrealistically made every man in that show a shower, not a grower.
Mm.
Because it would not be near as fun to watch if everybody was just walking around soft cocking it with a little 2-inch.
Is that FedEx?
Yes, it is.
Ah! Sorry, I just screamed at all of you, but I've been waiting for these packages.
But
Those are gonna be heavy as shit. That poor man. I'm not gonna help
he gets
him.
paid.
Because I have to carry him
But-
upstairs. He only has to carry him to my front porch.
Jacob Elordi let out that they use fake penises,
They're
and
gonna
a
be
lot
$3
of people, are upset that they use fake penises.
I'm not the least bit offended. I don't give a shit.
I just don't understand because you're already fucking naked.
Yeah.
You're already naked, and what's more weird than being naked is the fact that you're naked on top of somebody else who's naked, but you're not having sex.
Yeah. But like,
But
are
you're acting
you?
like you're having sex.
But like, are you though? Because it's a fake dick inside. Are they not? Do they never show penetration?
No.
Oh, okay, so they're probably not. But you know,
But you're still naked.
you want to know what would be the epitome of Lacey losing her fucking mind of awkward is having to do a sex scene where I'm pretending that someone is inside of me.
That's what they do.
I know, how do they
There are some movies where they actually have sex. But
Yeah, but like, how do they do that?
I don't know.
Like, how do you just like? I
I've
mean,
never done it.
That's insane.
But they were doing that. He and fuck, what's his name? He plays Cal. He was on Grey's Anatomy. They did an interview together for People, and he was talking about the interviewer had asked Eric Dane. He had asked him about the fake penis thing. He's like, oh yeah, like they're all prosthetics because in season 2, I guess there's one point where Dane is like peeing, like Cal is peeing, and they're like, but if it's a fake penis, he's like, there's a little pee pack in it, and I control it with a button. And Jacob Elordi's like, yeah. He's like, I've noticed. Well, it's a British accent. He's Australian. I've noticed that they made yours a little bit bigger this season. And he's like, yeah, I requested that.
Want to be a little bit bigger, please?
But we're gonna take a break.
Yeah.
You can go check your packages if you want.
I'm just gonna go make sure there's 3 because I mean I'll probably just get that figured out and then. But yeah, we're gonna take a break. We'll be back.
We'll be back.
We'll be back in a bit. Love. Welcome to the villa.
There'll be 3 new boys into the villa. What will the girls do?
What will the girls do? He's fit. I fancy him.
That's how we're coming back.
Harry came to the villa. He's very fit.
He's mad fit, love.
Oh, I fancy him. Fancy him. Yeah. He's fit.
What did they say?
I think I'm gonna take him up to the.
I might crack off with him.
Crack off.
Crack off with him.
You know,
He's mad fit.
Gerald was also cute, but he just doesn't have the same kind of stuff that I'm really digging with old Harry.
Did you say Gerald? Like out of here. Listen,
Jerry
Lacey and I
and
Gerald. Dude, what if they did Love Island but for old people?
I think they should.
I would watch the shit out of that.
Oh, I would. Could you imagine they all go to bed at
They like
7?
play games, but like
It's
instead of
bingo
the private
and
room,
shuffleboard.
it's like to get Viagra.
Yeah.
You get to pop a pilly.
They play bingo on Tuesdays.
Listen, Lacey and I don't even know how we came across Love Island. We were watching it on Hulu. And I was like,
No. We came across it originally because of Cody and Noelle. That's why we wanted to watch it. And then we found it on Hulu.
I think, no, wasn't it the Geordie Shore thing? Like we were trying to find Geordie Shore and it popped up.
He's trying to propose!
I thought he was going to propose, it just was sticking me ass.
That's the next step, the cock in the
The
ass!
cock goes in the ass. If you don't know that clip, go fucking look it up. It's literally from the Geordie Shore.
Yeah.
And it's literally, she's so excited to go on a picnic. She's like, oh my god, he's gonna marry. Like they're doing the interviews or whatever.
Yeah, and
And
it's
she's
like,
like, oh my god, I think he's gonna propose.
I think he's gonna propose.
I think he's gonna
And now he
propose.
just asked us to put it in her ass.
And then they flash back to him. He's like, I'm really excited to ask you this. I'm
Yeah.
waiting a while.
but
really
wait,
excited.
well, I think it's
And
the
then
next step.
they're on the fucking beach. At a
Where's the
picnic.
beach?
And he's like, listen, I've been thinking.
I fancy you really
I fancy
well. You fit.
And I'd like to put in your ass. And so it pans back to her. She's like, I thought he was gonna propose because that was sticking in my ass.
He's just sticking me ass.
And we were trying to find Geordie Shore on
Yeah.
Hulu, and it wasn't on there yet, but we found Love Island. And
Yeah.
when I tell you we watched that whole first season in like 2 days, but I can't get into any of the other ones.
Really?
The first season was just too good. Hannah, what the fuck was she saying?
We don't know. She was from Essex or something.
Essex.
Or something, and they said that they have like a thicker accent. I think.
Well, it was funny because everyone acknowledged the fact that you couldn't understand what Hannah was saying.
everyone was like,
Even
"No."
Jonathan, which
Yeah.
was the guy she was coming up with the whole fucking show.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know what she's saying.
Which I don't think they ended up winning.
I don't.
I'm pretty sure Amber and Pretty Boy won, and I was really pissed about that. Anyway, but like Jonathan, several times like, I don't know what the fuck she's saying. She's mighty fit.
I fancy her.
That's what he would say. Fancy her. She's mighty fit. I don't know what the fuck she's
She's
saying.
fit, you know.
You could not understand her. Like they were. She was one of the few that had subtitles every time. And like when she would get pissed, oh fuck no, that was a different language. It was English, but it was a different language.
Yeah. They came from
God.
somewhere else.
But I tried to watch the second season and I just couldn't get into it. I'm like, no, no. Where's Hannah? You need to have at least one.
I was so excited when the snowstorm hit. I was really bored because like I'm the type of person who like I have to find things to do. Maybe that's why I hang out with Julie 5 days a week. I don't know, but like I have to be doing something. And so, but I couldn't go to Julie's because
Right, we were all fucking snowed in.
we were all snow and ice in.
Snowpocalypse.
And so I was like, but when I was at Julie's babysitting, I saw she has like every streaming service you can fucking imagine.
Literally, my mom refuses to pay for cable, so she just buys all the streaming services, and I'm like, whatever. Whatever.
But I still live with my parents, obviously. And my mom had bought Disney Plus, Hulu, and Netflix, so like I really didn't worry about buying any other because we also still have cable as well, and we have Amazon Prime. And but when I was at Julie's, I was using her Paramount Plus, and I was like, damn, this shit kind of fire.
Yeah.
Like kind of nice because I'm a huge fan of MTV's show The Challenge. That's probably one of my favorite shows of all time. I fucking love it. I got into it like in 2015 or 2016, and I think I've watched every season since. And so I've been going back and watching other seasons, and that's just been my new obsession because, like I said, I fucking love that show. Like, I just love anything. Like, I like Big Brother too. Like, I like something that is reality TV, but also competition because I know it doesn't look like it, but I do really like athletic things. I'm just not built to be an athlete.
I'm built different.
Ugh. I saw something this morning that made me laugh because it made me feel a little bit better, honestly, because it was this thing, it was a guy, and he was like, to all the ladies that have to be like bulky for their position as an athlete, like we appreciate and love you and like you're still valid and stuff. And I was thinking about that for a second because like Julie knows this and I've talked about it a little bit, but like the scale says that I'm a number that just doesn't seem right for my size. Because like I know that I'm not skinny. Like I'm well aware. But I've lost 20 pounds now and I still am a very high number for like my height. Like if you just go off the BMI, which is trash, it would be like, bitch, you should be thin. And so then I just thought of it from hearing that guy. I'm like, you know what? I don't get rocked around near as much as like Kaylee does or any other smaller frame girls. Like I'm a brick wall out there with them cows.
Oh my God, your fucking brother. Saturday, we went to a birthday. Yes. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about it.
Yeah.
Saturday, honestly, God, I wish Brad was here.
Yep.
Saturday.
I wish he was here drinking wine. We should get him wine drunk on the podcast.
So this is what happened, right? God, could you imagine me and Brad both like just drunk on wine?
I just have to take you guys both back home.
It's the fucking girls' room.
We'll just make him sit.
It's the fucking girls' room.
Applesauce.
I'm gonna need you to booknote that.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll text him.
Yes. So our friend Gretchen,
yes,
who's dating Lacey's brother Brad,
yes,
has a puppy dog named Sissy.
Yep.
About ready to turn 1.
Yep.
And like any good white person, Gretchen had a birthday party for her.
Yep, we did.
And we went over there.
Yep.
And there was balloons and pizza.
And
I walk in.
And my brother.
I walk in and Brad has a whole glass of wine. And Gretchen has a Busch Light.
And they cheers.
And she's like, what the fuck is this? And I'm like, oh no. Gretchen's like, he's drinking wine. I was like, yeah.
He's a classy bitch.
I'm like, hey, Brad, what are you drinking? He's like, some Moscato. It's Cheaters wine. What's good? And I'm like, shut the fuck up.
He said it's alcoholic grape juice.
It's alcoholic juice. And I'm like, I respect it. And he's like, you like wine? I was like, yeah. And I'm like, what? Okay. So Gretchen has this friend come over that she works with.
Yeah. And they're like new friends.
Yeah, like she just started working with Gretchen not that long ago.
Yeah.
So this was like, I guess, Gretchen's way of being like, hey, let's hang out, whatever. So Brad has never met her.
No.
Never met her.
And
none of us have.
We don't know her well enough to
No.
dox her real name, so we'll give you the nickname Brad called her.
He calls her Carl.
Yeah, because Brad likes to turn female names and make them male because he thinks it's funny. Like
I don't have one though.
You don't. But I'm we
weird.
call each other Bill. Me and my brother both. Like when we're talking to each other, he'll sometimes go, Bill, and it's just shit my brother does.
Yeah.
I don't he's 33-year-old wine drunk at a dog birthday party. I don't know what you want from him.
But Carl walks in the door and Gretchen's like, hey, how are you? Da, da, da.
Brad's
Carl! Carl! Where the hell you been, Carl? We've been waiting on you. And Gretchen goes, I was like, Brad, have you ever met her? And Gretchen goes, have you ever met her? He's like, not fucking once. It's the first time. And I'm like, wow, when that second glass hits, because at that point Brad had gone and refilled his glass. He's like, second glass, it's my second bottle.
Yeah.
Jesus.
He's such a fucking dog.
So we're sitting there, and this was not like a party by any means.
No, it was literally
Brad was having wine and Gretchen had a few beers.
And then it was just you, me, your husband, and Carl. And
I drank a cherry limeade from Sonic.
Yeah, I had water.
But the baby, we took the baby with us because Gretchen specifically asked if she could see the baby. So I was like, yeah, I'll bring my kid to your kid's birthday party.
Our kids are friends.
Yeah, our kids are friends. And the baby's walking now, whatever. Well, she tripped, right? She tripped, and she did not hit her face off of anything. Her toy that she was holding hit the ground and made a loud noise. Gretchen starts panicking.
Yeah.
So then once you start panicking, whether they're hurt or
The child
not,
picks up on the
yeah,
energy.
they're like, yeah. And there was nothing wrong with her. She did not hit herself. I promise you, she did not hit herself. It was just the toy hitting the floor. And Brad goes, she's just doing it for attention.
Like he's been a dad
Brad.
for years.
I mean, she was doing it for attention, but it was just funny because Brad was just mind drunk. And Gretchen was like, have you met her? And he's like, nope, not even once.
But he'd be like, Carl, there's pizza in the kitchen. You can go get you want some wine? Like, just like they've been friends for years.
Brad, I wish I had your confidence.
It's the wine.
It's so funny. She's like a drunk housewife. I was like, you're going to end up in Housewives. And he's like, I wish.
Yeah. He's insane.
And then we showed him these YouTube videos. There's a YouTube video. Look it up. It's called...
He said, look it up.
It's called
For
something
sure.
along the lines of Guy Yells at Cats.
Yeah, it's literally called like Guy Yelling at Cats.
Screams at Cats or something.
Guy screams at something. It's got like 8-point-some million views. You'll find it.
It's from like 15 years
But
ago.
it's like I think it was 2 minutes and 23 seconds.
Yeah, and it's just him screaming at cats.
But like profanities for no reason.
Aggressively. And he's from a town not that far from where we're from.
Yeah.
He's in prison now, I think, is the last I heard. But like...
Which like he seemed like he might have had anger issues.
A little bit. Yeah, a little bit. And we showed Brad this video, and he's fucking rolling.
He's dying.
Absolutely.
After it took him 20 minutes to spell YouTube on his PS4.
He just got a PS4, and he was really excited about it.
Yeah.
And Caleb was like, I think Brad would really like that video. And I was like, yeah, probably. So he's telling me about it. And he's like, where's this at? And Caleb's like, YouTube. He's like, all right. So then he finally gets YouTube downloaded to his PS4 and goes to search YouTube and types in YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And he
so
finally
cool.
found it. He watched it. He got the biggest fucking kick out of it.
He did.
I also think he got the biggest kick out of the baby.
Oh, yeah. My brother likes kids, but I think he'd be a really great uncle.
Yeah. He's a funkle.
Yeah. And I think I really do genuinely believe that. Like, I don't think he would be a bad dad.
No.
I just don't know if him and Gretchen want to have kids together, which I totally support if they don't want to have kids. But, like, I'm excited to have kids because I think my brother will have a lot of fun being
I was like, Brad, can I book you for babysitting? He's like, yeah, anytime.
But no, my brother is good with kids. He does enjoy.
Brad has an
Being a
iPad.
funkle.
The baby loves phones. Not because it's like a phone, because she can see herself in the camera.
Dude. I honestly, our last ditch effort, if like it's just like car ride's been too long, baby's just a little fussy, you know, like nothing crazy, but like she's just done. So like if you want to just keep her entertained for just that short little time, give her your phone on the camera mode, and she will take baby
She vlogs.
and it is the cutest
Honestly,
shit.
better than some people that do it for a living.
Like I'm not even telling you. I don't know if it's just because I love this kid so much.
I forgot to set a timer.
It's okay. We're fucking winging it. It's our podcast. I'll look at the thing in a second. But like I said, I don't know if it's because I love the kid so much, because I just do. But I think it is the cutest and funniest shit. Like, I have some on my phone from where I've given her my phone, and I watch them all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's just so precious. Because she, like, when she sees herself, she's, baby.
Yeah. She also tries to say book. Okay, so she has a few words that she keeps in her arsenal that she says really well, and you can understand what she's saying. This is mama, dada, bye,
Hi.
baba, hi, and book. Book, for whatever reason, sounds like bitch.
And it's so funny.
I'll play the audio.
Yeah.
I can play the audio.
Yeah. While you pull up the audio and do your little skid scaddle do, I'm gonna go check the time so we know.
Scoop, doop, doop, scoop, doop, scoop, doop, doop.
Visual's gonna get a really nice.
Doop, doop.
Okay, we can go for 15 more minutes.
Let me set a timer.
Yeah. This is such a professional podcast.
We're like really good.
We're like really good at it. But you know.
I gotta make sure I don't want to say her name.
Yeah. I don't think you do, but I wouldn't want to be the person that ends up having you.
Okay, so this is what happens when you ask my kid to say book.
Yes.
And she knows, it's not like she heard me say a word
Mm-hmm.
and she says it, because honestly, I don't use that word that often.
No.
Yeah, I was really worried about her picking up a 4-letter word, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
But you say, where's your book? And she goes and picks up her book, but when she does it, she says bitch. And she's trying to say book.
Yeah.
And she said it in front of the caseworker the other day, and I'm like, I promise you she's trying to say book. I know you may think I'm lying, but she's saying book. So this is my kid's rendition of book. Book. Book.
Bitch. I'm when she like whispered it. We can just edit that a little bit. It's fine.
Yeah.
So
My bad. I
maybe
didn't
like,
mean to dox my baby.
yeah, maybe just mark on your little time thing so you know about when it is.
But she says book. She's also started playing peekaboo, but like this.
Yeah, she covers her third
Her
eye.
hands on her forehead. Because she needs to be able to see. She's too damn nosy.
Yeah.
That's her problem.
Oh god, I love that kid.
Super nosy. But, and just recently, like in the past couple days, she started saying shh. But instead of doing shh with her finger in front of her mouth, she does it with her pinky at the corner of her mouth like Dr. fucking Evil.
I love it.
She goes shh.
I think she does it because she is an unhinged child and I love it. We are very much alike in our personalities, which I think...
It's either a good thing for her or a bad thing for you.
Yeah. And
yeah, considering she's not even one yet.
Yeah. And so she really likes to screech and scream.
Yeah.
Like that's one of her favorite things to do. And I support it because I understand. But so a lot of times she does, like, you know, if we're like out in public, like if me and Julie are somewhere, we try to shush her just because, you know, at home she can let her freak flag fly.
Yeah.
But in public, we try not to make Karens pissed, you know, if we're like eating at a restaurant or we're like at Target. So, you know, if she starts screeching, like, shh, you know, hush, you know, quiet down. So now she does it back to you. But she sounds, first of all, like she's feral because she'll go with her mouth open.
She hisses.
It's like she's hissing at you, and then she throws the pinky up there.
She literally, it's like Dr. Evil, like,
If anyone's watching that, you got a great rendition of it. I love that child.
She's so cute.
Literally, I just saw her on Saturday, and today when I was like, Julie's coming here, and I'm like, but I don't get to see the baby till like Tuesday.
It's tomorrow.
I know, but I freaking love that kid, dude.
Like, and not even 20 hours from now, you can come see the
I
baby.
know, but I love her so much. She completes me.
She has appointments in the morning.
It's fine. I can
She
do the
can do
afternoon.
the afternoon. Sorry.
It's okay.
Sorry.
I will have to deal. It's okay.
But yeah, she
She's
says,
famous in my eyes.
bitch.
I love that child.
Bitch. So now the running joke, like I told my mom yesterday, I was like, Mom, read such a book. Read such a book.
Yeah, I was telling you that one day. I'm like, wow, Mom's being a real book, isn't she? My niece did that. My niece is now 3, and she didn't say bitch, but for some reason, it wasn't for anything else. It was the funniest thing though, because when she was around your baby's age, she would go around, and it was like she was having existential crises because she would literally just go, shit. Shit. And my sister is a very forward mother where like she's kind of like she's obviously teaching Alice not to cuss, but like when they're that young, you just like can you
If
can
you're a
allow it to
person
be
who
funny.
says it's not funny, you're lying.
Like she like my Alice doesn't do it anymore. She fully understands that she shouldn't be cussing. Like she's 3 now, and she knows that she can't be saying those words. And Sam corrects
Really?
her.
Because what did she say the other day when she got out of the shower?
But Sam corrected her. But she did say, listen, this was funny. So she gets, so my sister helps her, you know, shower or whatever, because that's where the kids, like, you know, she's old enough now to start taking showers instead of just only baths. And she gets out of the shower and she just looks at my sister because my sister put the towel on her and she goes, Mommy, I'm fucking wet.
Which is correct. You just got out of the shower.
Like my sister fucking lost it. But then she had to collect herself and she goes to Alice and she's like, Alice, what did you say? And she's like, I said I'm fucking wet, Mommy. And she's like, yeah, but like one of those words is bad. Do you know which one? And she was like, no. And she's like, well, you can't say fucking. And she was like, oh, Mommy, I'm wet. She's like, there you go.
Good job.
It was so funny.
Listen, my niece, that one day we were all at the house and her dad was getting her ready for a bath. She's 5.
Yeah.
So he was like, you know, go get ready for your bath.
Yeah.
I'll be there in a minute to help you wash your hair.
Yeah.
But she's older though.
Well,
You
no,
know.
I mean, my sister and mom made sure I had all the conditioner out until I was
Right.
like, you know, 8, because
Yeah.
you gotta make sure you're doing that right.
But he walked in there and she was standing on the toilet. Said, Dad, that's my vagina. And he was like, yep. Sure is.
That's the funniest shit, dude.
They're just so funny.
God,
They're
there
so
is
funny.
no way in hell. I don't know how many times, because your baby gets sassy with you sometimes.
Oh my god, she tells me no all the time.
And Julie will she'll look back at the child, and then she looks at me like, don't laugh. And I'm like,
For real, I did the same thing with Caleb though. Because I'll yell at her, or I'll tell her no, or something, because she knows she's not supposed to do it.
yeah.
And she only does it repetitively when you or my husband are around, because she knows that you will laugh.
She's a performer.
She is, but I'm not here for turning tricks, okay? I am the ring leader.
Oh God, I love her though.
But I'll tell her no. It's to the point now where she tells me no.
I know.
Like trying to comb her hair. Nah.
I just loved it when she was going for the curtains because she would just watch you.
Oh my God, she does.
And you'd go no, and she'd just keep going, and then she'd look over at me, and I'm like.
But then you hop up to like make sure she doesn't do it, and she laughs.
Yep. She's a little shit.
She is.
I love it though.
She's such a shit.
God, I love her.
Shadid. She's a shadid.
She's a shit.
Alright.
That's what happens when we film 2 podcasts in one day.
The line wasn't even a full podcast. You know what? Lacey posted on her second account on TikTok, and she rap got it, and I called her ass out on it, and she ignored my comment.
I did, 100%.
But somebody else replied to it.
To be fair, I don't check that one as often, and that was just because that was the one time that somebody tried to like start beef with me over like in a comment section on somebody else's video, and it was so dumb. So I was just like, why can't, and like that's something I constantly think of because I have never seen more aggressive bullying than on TikTok comment sections. And like I don't understand why we can't just let people live their lives.
Because people have opinions.
And I'm like, why do you think your opinion is
If you hate your own life, just say so.
You have to be like, I'm sorry, but the only reason that you think that you need to share your opinion that bad is negative, because like you can share your opinion, don't get me wrong,
right.
Like everyone's entitled to it, but when your opinion is hard, like mean to another person, that's what I'm specifically talking about, like when you reach the level of bullying, you are either unhappy with something in your life or you're jealous. Just say it.
Yep.
Just fucking say it.
Yep.
Because you don't have any reason to be mean. That's what I'm saying. Like you can have an opinion. And it can be, different. And it can be, like, there's just ways. Like, because what it was, there's these TikTokers on there, and they're called maximalists when it comes to dressing. And so they do a lot of, like, eccentric outfits with a lot of layering and a lot of, like, people would deem questionable choices. Mm-hmm. Personally, not my style. Would not wear it myself. But there's 2 things. 1, I think it's very interesting to watch for me personally. And 2, I love that they authentically are just themselves. Like they are just using fashion as an expression. And they're using, like, I think fashion is like kind of an art form. And I think it's a way to express yourself. And I personally have felt like I have followed like rules or like suppressed my own personal taste because of people's opinions.
Part of it's where we live.
Exactly. And so I really love seeing that because it kind of gives me more confidence.
You get to live vicariously too.
Because then I feel like I have started to gain more confidence of like I should just wear whatever I want and not care. And so that I think they're doing a good thing. So I commented and it was like silly. Like it wasn't meant to be aggressive. But I said, if anyone has anything mean to say, I'll throw hands. I love you. And like obviously I understand that like I said throw hands, but like did people read that and really think, wow, this girl's gonna book plane tickets and fight every single person? No, like it was just funny. Like I was just trying to be positive to this person who was receiving so much hate. And somebody immediately no-girled me and I'm like, don't use sis, girl, babe, or honey with me because I know it's condescending. I've dealt with mean girls. Yep. I know that game. But she was like, no, girl, we're actually allowed to have differing opinions because she's a hot mess. And I'm like, you're not understanding what I'm saying. That's mean. I said if anyone has anything mean to say, you cannot like, because like I said, when I watch the videos, I'm like, I wouldn't wear that, but I love that they're doing that, So like, technically, I guess I would have a differing opinion because that's not my style of dressing. Yeah. And so then they just were like trying to like come for me and I was just like done with it because I'm like, I'm not wasting my time on you.
No.
But I did just have that moment where I'm like, why? Like, why are people so hateful? Because I'm very fortunate. I don't know why or how. I don't know if it's because I grew slowly, but I don't deal with a lot of hate and backlash on the internet. And I'm very lucky and I'm very happy for that. So like when I see it on other people, I just feel bad. So if it's a creator that I don't think is doing anything wrong, I like to throw some nice little comments in there just to be that one positive to reach. I don't think I'm fucking Superman out here, but like, why are we being so mean?
It's just funny because it literally, she said it costs $0 to be a good human. But she started to say person, so it came out human. And no one in the comments said anything, and I was like, allow me. And I was like, excuse me, ma'am, what is a puman? And then she didn't reply to it, but a couple people one person commented on it. I was like, I heard this. Puman. Literally, she's talking about how you should be a good person. I'm like, what is a Puman?
Yeah. Then Julie's bullying me.
Best friend point of privilege.
Yep. But that's my thing. Like, I just don't understand. Like,
I'm waiting on me to say something stupid on one of your videos and someone like come for me.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you don't know who the fuck I am. You ain't been
well, because that's the thing is like you like to comment things that are like could be seen as being a bully, but it's because we're best friends.
Honestly, sometimes part of me hopes to just somebody call me.
Bitch, I've been here before TikTok.
I was here before y'all.
I was here before this bitch even graduated high school.
I've been here. I've been in these streets.
I've been in the trenches.
But when you take a break,
Okay.
And we come back, we'll see who's coupled up in the villa.
They're bringing 3 more girls in the villa. All the girls are scared if their man's gonna slip up.
Will the choices they made last week when the men came to the villa affect their choices this week?
Will any of the boys turn on the girls and choose one of the new fresh mates?
Will we ever figure out what Hannah's saying? Probably not.
Probably not.
We'll find out after the break.
Yes.
Welcome back to the villa.
I got a text!
Text message!
I got a text! I just want to talk about how nice it is to have a dog who loves you so much that he pees with you. Because literally, as soon as I came in the house, Drama just sat there while I peed during our break. Just gave him a few pets.
Yeah, it's really cool till you have a kid.
Yeah, I'm sure that's different.
Yeah, because even if I did want to close the door, she'll break it down.
Mm-hmm.
She uses her walker as a battering ram.
She did.
Because at
She
this
did
point,
it the one time for me when I peed, and I thought it was the funniest thing, but it's only because it happened to me one time.
I think it's because she doesn't necessarily need the walker anymore. Right now, the walker is like, it's a positive for me because it limits where she can go.
Yeah, and her reach.
Right, but she's learned that because it has little stoppers on it, so it won't go over a ledge that's over a half an inch.
Yeah.
So she can't get through a lot of the doorways because of the, like the up. But she's learned. She will. She'll grab it like a pair of clown pants and pick it up. And I'm like, that's not cool that you know how to do that.
Yeah, she's ingenuitive.
I
didn't
That's an
think about
inside joke only we can talk about.
Yeah.
But, yeah, she uses that thing as a fucking battering ram.
Yeah.
You also cannot be barefoot when she's in it.
No.
Caleb learned that the hard way. She took him out in the ankle, and I thought the man was going to crumble. I thought he was coming down.
Yeah.
But
Kids can be aggressive.
she's very aggressive. She's going to be a person who loves so hard it hurts.
Yeah. My least favorite thing she does is when she just sticks her hand and fingers in my mouth and
Yeah.
like inspects it like she's checking how many times I floss.
The other day, she took her finger and went, and I'm like, okay,
She's very strange.
that's cool. You want to be a dentist? I
Yeah.
know a guy.
He'll give you way too much information.
Oh, poor Aaron.
Hasn't been coming in my life since I plotted
Since you told
against him.
everybody?
Yeah.
Well, he probably popped in, no one noticed.
Yeah. He did. He did come in once and everyone did what I told them to do, but then he didn't send anything. So,
Lame.
I know.
I thought that's what you did, Aaron.
Listen, I'm working the
I
system.
haven't got to bully Aaron. I'm one of the few people that's actually in your life that would get to bully, like could bully Aaron.
Yeah, like you know shit about
Yeah.
fuck.
I don't know him that well.
No.
But I know him.
Yeah.
Saw his mom in Walmart the other day.
Listen, Ryan, I won't say his last name just in case he doesn't want to be doxxed, but that one that I was talking about that came in my life.
Yeah.
Okay. He came in though, and like he can be a
I
good
like
one to
Ryan.
stay. I really do too. Our parents are friends, so like I knew him growing up, but not super well.
We should have Ryan on our podcast.
Oh my gosh, so well. I will DM him right after this because I bet he would.
I love him.
I do too. Like he was so
Ryan,
funny.
if for whatever reason you have made it this far in the podcast, if you watch the podcast, I want to let you know that you are the only reason I stayed in junior leaders.
But yeah, I bet he would. I feel like he would. But he
He's a
does.
nice guy.
Yeah, he lives in a different state though, so
Yeah.
it wouldn't be soon. It'd probably be whenever he visits. But
Or,
we could
I mean,
see.
we could do Zoom too.
Yeah, we
Doesn't
could.
matter. We're not exactly equipped to handle 3 people in person.
That is true.
We barely know how to do 2.
Yeah.
Can you bring your own device, please? iOS. Must be iOS.
Can you bring your MacBook, please? Also, do you have a microphone?
We'll provide the microphone, but you need to have the attachment to plug into the computer from the microphone and the computer. Or the iPad.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
iOS compatible, please.
You can do it on your phone though. There's GarageBand on your iPhone.
Is it the same though? Because
Oh.
this is the GarageBand for iOS, and this is
Yeah.
GarageBand for Mac.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know shit about fuck.
Yeah.
I'm just here.
We're both just here.
I'm just here.
I'm telling you, I still stand by whatever guest we have just has to like sit in my lap and share my microphone. Just get really close.
I think we should just make them sit on the stool.
The very unsteady stool.
How do you feel about the economy?
We just
Right. How do you feel about the weather?
How's the weather up there versus down here for us?
Who's your least favorite One Directioner, and why is it Louis?
But no, he's so funny, like, he's come in my life before, but like I said, we weren't like super duper close, because he is a couple years younger than me, and then 1 year behind you, I think.
I think so.
But, like I said, I've never had any problem with him, I just didn't know him that well. But then he came in One Live and stayed like the whole time, I'm like, you're really fucking funny. I was like, you're gonna have to become a regular, because like he was talking, because like in my lives I have like a group of regulars that come in, and I love talking to them, and it's so funny because they'll talk amongst themselves, which like I love.
Yeah.
I do get a little FOMO, so I'm like, what are you bitches talking about without me? Like, I'm the reason you're here.
I'm the one who initiated this meeting.
I can end this meeting. But,
right now.
And so he was talking to them, I'm like, you're gonna have to become a regular now. He's like, please, I have no friends. And I'm like, I mean, seriously, you can. We have a good time over here.
Well,
We
I'll
just hang
do
out.
like a group chat.
Yeah. Be like, hey. But he's really fun to talk to, I feel like, because I think he's very similar to us about how, like, obviously he has the agricultural background. But
But
we
he's
were
not
talking.
stuck in the small town mindset.
No,
Yeah.
because we were talking about, because I was telling him about how, like, I still am afraid to tell people I'm vaccinated. And he's like, oh my God, how I feel that. And I was like, you know, like, how much shit I got when I posted about Black Lives Matter, or when I posted about being an ally for LGBTQ. And, like, he was like, dude, I feel that so hard. And I was like, we're really similar here. He has actually gone a lot of places. He's done a lot of traveling, versus I was able to come and, like, go from a closed-minded individual to more open-minded by just, you know, having conversations.
He was
and
a
learning.
person who was part of an organization that took
Yeah.
him places, and like his college and stuff. And
Yeah.
I mean, he was constantly doing stuff. But one thing I remember about Ryan, and one thing I really like admired about Ryan as a person, was like he was passionate about things.
Yes.
Like he's very passionate about things.
Mhm.
Like I'm passionate about things, but like he's passionate about things, and he advocates for everything.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing too, is because like we follow each other on Instagram, and so like he posts a lot of things about male mental health and stuff like that, and I'm like, you're just a good person. Like, I just enjoy him as a human.
Yeah.
So I'll definitely DM him and be like, hey, you want to
Come on, Booker.
Oh, we have a podcast.
Booker.
Well, come on here.
But yeah, I really think it'd be a good idea if we did like one of those old school, like high school highlight reels, where we find people that we went to high school with,
Yeah.
and just be like, "What's one thing you know about Julie and Lacey?" And just see what people say.
Yeah.
We should interview our old teachers. I can make that happen.
Yeah, we know we can have 2 for sure.
I can make that happen.
Yeah.
Oh my god, could you imagine?
Did you think that Lacey would have 1 million followers on the internet?
We have Mr. O just sitting here. He wouldn't even come in the front door.
I love him so much though. He was one of my favorites.
Sharp would be a good one.
Oh yeah, I like
love her.
Mrs. Tripp a lot.
I shared this thing on Facebook because, you know, as you get older, you do add teachers on Facebook, but like my mom is a teacher, so these are my mom's friends,
Yeah.
and so I have a lot of them on Facebook. But there was this thing, and I was like, who's your favorite teacher and why? And I shared it, and I was like, should be my mom.
Yeah.
But it's not.
Sorry, Mom.
It's a tie between these two. She was like, that's really rude. I'm like, sorry.
Sorry,
You're
not
my favorite mom.
You win that award.
You always win that.
Yeah.
But
Outstanding in that field.
yeah. She's outstanding right there. It's her.
She is outstanding in her field.
She was panicking because a part broke on her printer that she uses to print her t-shirt stuff.
I remember, yeah, because that's what we were talking about last night with my
Yeah.
flags. Because I was supposed to get, like, I just got them today, which they'll already be launched by the time you guys watch this episode, but I was supposed to get my stuff, like, a week and a half ago for my, like, shop to really add, because everybody came through and sold me out of shit.
Mm-hmm.
And, which, thank you, love that, but I just had to buy a lot of shit at once. And I kept checking, and so last night I was checking, and Drew was like, good fucking luck, because I got lucky with FedEx, and it said it was in Ohio last night and this morning, and then it was delivered, like confirmed. The boxes are on my porch, but like
my mom and I both simultaneously ordered stuff. She ordered the part she needed, and I placed what would have been like a $350 color order of stuff I needed.
Yeah.
That I was putting off ordering so I could order it all at once because I had a coupon code that was like 30% off. So it ended up making it pretty cheap. Well,
not pretty cheap, but you know, you got
30% off. So I ordered it, and my mom's part for her printer was supposed to be there on Thursday as well. Inclement weather. So they shipped it back. Mom's went back out of state, I'm pretty sure.
That's insane. Like, that doesn't... Which, like, I'm not trying to judge, because, like, I don't know how the shit works. Like,
I don't know how shit works either, but it just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah. Like, I don't understand how that works, but, like, whatever. Because that was the thing, too, is, like, originally it was supposed to get there before the storm, but then it was, like... I think my stuff was in Tennessee when the storm came, so I was like... And then it was, like, delayed. And I'm like, that's fine. Y'all shouldn't be driving in this. Like, I'm okay with getting delayed if y'all
Mine
are
was
on the
literally
roads.
from town to town.
Yeah. Yours was, like...
They put it on the truck from the one town to bring it to our town. Decided they weren't delivering, and then took it back to the other town.
And they had to drive right past Julie's house.
Literally.
to get there. So
No, well, I have it delivered to the salon. I have my color delivered to the salon, so I don't have to pack it.
Okay.
But,
that makes sense.
Another thing I don't understand is how layover flights work. Like, why can't I not take a direct flight from here to so-and-so? Why do I have to go to Colorado?
I guess it's just depending on timing. It depends on timing, and it depends on what airline. Because, I mean, you can almost always find a direct flight.
It's the paths of the layover flights that don't make sense to me.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So my sister...
I'm not saying I don't understand why there's layover flights. I'm just understanding, why can't I lay over on the East Coast?
Yeah.
Why do I have to go to Colorado if I'm going to North Carolina?
Dude, listen.
Because that's what Bustin did. Bustin flew from CVG
Yeah.
to a fucking layover out west, and then to North Carolina.
Yeah, it's weird.
No fucking sense.
When I was in college, my sister was dating an aircraft mechanic, so all you had to do was pay the tax on the ticket and you got to fly, so it was hella cheap. But the only caveat was your standby, which basically just means whatever seats are left over you can take. So, you know, you get what you get essentially. So those were always fucking weird. Because like, we would go, one time we flew from Ohio, Columbus Airport to Philadelphia, which was like a 30-minute flight. But then we
spent more time boarding and offboarding.
And then from Philadelphia to Texas, because we were going to San Antonio, which that one wasn't too bad. But then one time we went from Ohio to Charlotte, just to then go from Charlotte to San Antonio, and it's like, why was there no middle?
Well, and that's the thing, like, if you were to take a direct flight from Ohio to North Carolina, like Bustin could have.
Yeah. It would have been
45 minutes.
Yeah, maybe an hour and a half.
Maybe an hour.
Yeah.
Like, it can't be that long,
No.
because you don't, I mean, obviously, that was weird for me, is realizing how fast you travel in the air. Thinking about that gives me really bad anxiety while I was flying.
It's insane how fast you can get places.
Yeah.
Because, like, the most recent times that I have flown was to Seattle, Washington, and then to California. And, like, even that, like, it seems like a long time, but then I drove from California to Ohio. Let me fucking tell ya. It's fast as shit.
Well, like, where my grandparents snowbird to Florida, it's 16 and a half hours if we were to drive. And we flew, and it was an hour and 15 minutes.
It's
and I was
insane.
like, I understand why
There's
people
something
fly.
but see, Florida is different though, because there's something about the jet streams that makes it way faster to get to Florida. I know that sounds weird, but I swear to God I'm onto something. Because I know that Joe Santagato talked about it one time, because from New York to Florida, it's only like an hour and a half flight.
Yeah.
And so it's something about the jet streams, for some reason, like the way that it goes, like flights to Florida are always like, Florida is where the epicenter of where everything wants to
We should
happen.
all be flying to Florida.
Yeah, because when I flew to California, it was like a 5-hour together almost, because I think both flights were 2.5 hours, because we had that one made sense because we had our connecting flight in Colorado, which was like a halfway point almost. So like that made sense. My huskies are going nuts because my dad pulled in. I heard the symphony start. I was like, what is that at first?
Yeah. I just don't understand. I don't know. I get it probably has a lot to do with like the amount of people that are going there, because obviously they're not going to send a passenger plane that seats 300 people
With like 10.
to North Carolina from CVG when there's only like 100 people on the plane.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It just baffles me when people are like, oh yeah, I'm going to Texas, but I laid over in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It is very
Seems
strange.
strange.
I remember when we had our layover in Philadelphia too, it was like 6 hours. We spent all day at that airport.
I remember when you had your layover in Colorado, and like the whole week leading up, you were like, don't tell me anything about the Colorado airport.
Yeah.
Because I'm big on conspiracy theories and shit
Yep.
like that. At least, like, I don't want to hear anything about the Colorado airport.
Yep, I literally.
Nothing. Because your first layover was a long one, wasn't it?
No, both times that I flew out of the Denver, Colorado airport, I've never been in there long.
But I remember she was like, don't tell me anything.
When I went to Seattle, I only had enough time to go to the next gate and board. And then when I was going to California,
Probably for the better, I don't know.
I only had enough time. It's really nice. Like, I didn't get a bad vibe, and I pick up on vibes. It's a really nice
I bet
airport.
it is nice. We'll have to talk about that on a different episode.
Yeah.
They buried a whole fucking airport.
Well, listen, yeah, strange as shit. My brother, he actually more explored the airport, and he saw some of the like weird, questionable things. And then I did
The horse with the demon eyes out
yeah, and then I did watch a video after.
Yeah. But she was literally like, because she said she was like, they were laying over in Colorado. I was like, oh, and she's like, don't.
If
I don't
don't.
know.
I was like, don't do it.
Don't tell me till I get back.
But when I went to California, I was way better about it. But like I said, like I just stayed around where the gates were because it was a layover flight, so it really wasn't creepy. Like it's actually a really nice airport.
It's a rule of thumb that if you don't go poking where you're not supposed to, you're not going to find things you don't want to see.
Exactly, and I'm a bitch who will not poke. I will go in places with blinders like, this is great.
I'll poke.
Yeah, you would.
I'll be on that fucking train and I'll be like, what's that back there?
Can we see that?
Because the train runs this way, but there's tunnels that come out of the wall this way.
Yeah.
But you're facing this way, so you never see them unless you were turned around.
Yeah, my brother talked about that too.
Yeah.
He's
very strange.
Yeah.
Very
it
strange.
also is like super weird that they were like, we're gonna build a new one, so we're just gonna bury the.
Yeah, we're gonna bury this. What it was like 700 some thousand square feet.
Yeah, because
and they were just like, okay, just gonna throw dirt on top of it.
Because that's not easy. You know how much fill dirt you have to find to do that? That's insane.
Well, yeah, you have to build up the ground around it just to even fill in on it.
My dad
whole
does construction and excavation, so like that's a big dirt
The
job.
whole thing is buried. It wasn't like they were like, oh, we're just gonna keep this part.
Yeah.
No,
The whole thing.
Buried.
They buried the whole thing.
But they buried it and kept some of it accessible to use for
so strange.
Maybe that's what we'll do next time. Maybe I'll get some knowledge together about the Denver airport. Maybe
Do
we can
some
talk
research.
Talk about because I haven't deep dove into that for a while.
Yeah, like I said,
I do know. Not so fun fact is the horse with the demonic eyes killed 2 people while they were trying to install it. It fell on them.
Oh, at first I was like, that thing's a statue. It's not a horse. But no,
I understand that's not a horse.
I know.
I know it's a statue.
I was just
Making that clear.
I was just making sure because I was confused at first because you said that and I was like,
no. The demonic horse.
Then I got scared that they like did inhumane things to horses and I was about to riot.
No. Like the man who designed, I don't know for sure, so I probably shouldn't talk about it, but like I know that it fell. Like they had it sturdy and it just
fell. That's crazy.
Did.
Yeah, maybe you do some research and then just
I'll do that
I'll
next
just
time.
be shocked for the.
Maybe that's what we'll do next time.
Yeah.
I'll just share some wild conspiracy theories with you.
Yeah.
And we'll get your reaction. We'll do a Lacey Reacts episode.
Lacey with her blinders on life on. Just, I look at only beautiful rainbows and butterflies and all the good in the world.
We let Lacey know life's not all butterflies.
Because I will cry with sad things.
Well, it doesn't have to be sad. We won't do deep dive conspiracy
But
theories.
like, that's what I'm saying. Like, as long as I like don't poke, like as long as I didn't poke around the airport and I just hung out, it's a really nice airport.
See, I wouldn't be able to do that, but oh my god, I'm in Colorado airport. I'm
Yeah.
gonna find all the hidden exits.
Julie would get kicked out.
For real, I would not be making my connecting flight.
No. So I was able to just be like, you know what, this is really okay. Like, this is actually a nice
What
airport.
a beautiful airport.
I know. I was like, wow, this is nice. And I had me some Pizza Hut and I minded my own business.
Wow, what a beautiful airport.
Yeah, that was me. The first time, like I said, we barely had enough time to make our connecting flight. Like, literally, we were knees to chest through that fucking airport.
It's a big airport, too.
Yeah. So,
Get the fuck out of my way!
yeah. Like, I was like, we gotta go.
You know, my grandpa was complaining about in CVG, I don't know if it's in a lot of airports. I know, like, the one that we flew out of in Florida at Sarasota, it didn't have one, but it has, CVG has a conveyor belt thing or whatever.
Yeah.
That, like, pulls you through.
Mm-hmm.
It's for the old people, really.
Yeah.
It's not for people like us.
No.
Do I ride it? Yes.
Yes.
Why would you not?
Yeah. It's there.
It's a
Then
flat
why are they
escalator.
there?
Why is it there? My grandpa was complaining because it goes too slow. And I'm like, really? Because I about ate shit coming off that thing.
When you walk on them, it's a weird feeling.
My grandpa was pushing my grandma and his best friend in a wheelchair. My grandpa had a hip replacement last year.
and
was
just double
complaining 'cause
fisting people.
It was just,
I didn't mean
what the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Oh my god. That's disgusting. But he was complaining because it was too slow, and I'm like, all I can think about is when we were in the airport. I didn't even have a suitcase. I just had a backpack. I just took a carry-on. That was it. We were only staying for like 3 days. I just took a carry-on, and I remember being like, trying to get off that thing because I was like, I'm gonna die. Because as soon as you get off one, you come off so hot, you're like walking and it's like 3 feet to the next one. Which, like, honestly, why not just do one long one?
Yeah.
Is it so, like, if people were like, oh, it's too much for me, I could, like, bail?
Maybe.
Maybe it has something to do with the bathrooms. Maybe because there's bathrooms there.
I don't know.
All I remember is being like, oh my god, I'm gonna die. Sarasota Airport, I know this is off topic, but it was really weird because, like, you had to go across the airport and then you had to go all the way down. And then you had to ride 7 escalators to get back up to where you already were. Why?
It's okay. When we went to California, the Palo Alto, I believe, is where I flew in. I think
Palo Alto
or San Fran, because we had to choose between the two to get us there at a certain time. And so my friend Kelsey picked me. I flew with her mom because I flew out. Her mom flew back with her cat, and then we drove because we didn't want to drive 36 hours with a cat. And so we are trying to find Kelsey because she's there to pick us up. And there's so many levels to this airport that, like, she looks at my location and it shows that I'm right where she is, but it's because she was 2 levels up. So it was a clusterfuck. I got my full steps in that day trying to find her.
Yeah.
But it was so chaotic. And then when we flew into Seattle, that was like the first trip I ever went on where I had to be the adult because I took a child with me. I mean, they were my age but a child. And, like, just, oh, what are you doing? And I'm like, you have nothing to give me, do you? And,
It's different when you do things and one person is the person that plans things out and the other one is the person that's like, alright,
I'm just going. Yeah. Because, like, I literally, like, got off the plane and we're in the airport and I'm like, we have to find out, like, where the rental fucking place is because I don't know where the fuck we need our vehicle. And then it was like, I've never driven in fucking downtown Seattle, but now I'm doing it.
Yeah, in a fucking Jeep Wrangler 4-door.
Yeah, I rented.
Probably wasn't the best decision.
I rented a 4-door sedan and they're like,
Yeah.
we're all out. And I'm like, okay. And they're like, so we're gonna have to give you a 2017 Jeep Sahara. And I was like, wow, man, that sucks, because I'm a whore for a Jeep. And they're like, but we have to charge you. I said, absolutely not, then go get me a sedan, because I knew they didn't have any. This is the one time I wasn't passive. And he was like, we need to charge you more. And I was like, no, like, go get me a sedan.
Not
Like,
your
I'm sorry, but, like, I already had to spend, it was literally $600 to rent that thing because I was under 25. So I had to pay an ungodly fee daily just because of my age.
Yep.
There ain't no fucking way you're charging me another $80 a day because I get an SUV when I didn't ask.
Yep.
So that was the one time I put my foot down. I don't know how I did. I was, like, shaking, like, no, I'm not gonna pay.
But we need to wrap it up.
Alright, put a little bow
All
on
the
it.
socials are below.
Yes, if you want to
I
follow
hope
us
you enjoy
anywhere.
I will compile some things. We can do a conspiracy episode. Nothing too crazy.
Nothing too crazy because I will need to sleep the next day.
Yeah.
I also wanted to remind you guys, we talked about it in one podcast, but if you want to have any advice, if you have any questions or anything, feel free to DM our Instagram for the podcast. It's linked below. We like when you guys reach out and let us know how we're doing. And if you have any suggestions, comments, concerns, questions, or you want some advice from us, we're down. We're down to add a
We
little
would love to
segment.
start an advice corner.
Yes, please.
That would be awesome.
Let me give you my opinions. But I won't
Should
be
you
mean.
take it? Maybe not. But we'll put it out there.
Yeah, and you can just take it as you will.
But we do need to peace out.
Peace out. We're gonna go back to the villa.
Tune in next week to see what happens to our Love Islanders in the villa.
Yeah, will they couple up with the same love, or will a newbie take them away?
Villa.
I got a text. Alright, we gotta go.
Alright. Peace, love, positivity. Peace, love, pussy house.